Good morning, teachers, administrators, families, and the graduating class of 2022. My name is Molly Beliza, and I'm the president of this class. I would like to start by welcoming you all to our graduation ceremony. I'm sure you will hear this a million times today, but I would like to congratulate you on your day. Today is the day to celebrate all of your achievements. We all know it was not easy to get where we are, so take a moment to yourself and be present. Stay in this moment and let yourself enjoy all you have accomplished. 4 years ago, we started our high school careers. A teacher by the name of Mr. Normandin once said, "Look at those freshmen, they're like babies. They don't even know how to walk yet." Now, here we are in our caps and gowns, a truly diverse group of graduating go-getters, leaping and bounding towards our futures. We've learned so much during our 4 years at LHS, mostly from the textbooks, but also we have learned about ourselves and our peers. These past few years have given us the opportunity to watch each other grow and develop into the people we are today. Growth occurs over time in many different ways, and just because we are ending high school does not mean we are ending our growth. What lies behind us and what lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. This is a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson that I hope you carry with you into your futures. The future is truly in your hands and will continue to stay bright as long as you take the time to invest in your self-growth. As our high school experience comes to a close, I can proudly say this class is extremely ready to open a new chapter. I finally would like to leave you with this quote: "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." A.A. Milne. I now ask you to please rise for the playing of the national anthem. It's now my honor to introduce our class salutatorian, Grace Richard.
Hello, parents, teachers, and graduates. We are gathered here today to celebrate this achievement that each and every one of us has made. We did it, and we're about to go our separate ways and make our own lives. No matter how you feel about this school or town, whether you're anxious about leaving everything you've ever known, or if you're excited to spread your wings and explore, we will all carry a bit of this small town with us. We will carry the seemingly random memories, like that one counselor breaking his ankle at nature's classroom, the pouring rain on the DC dinner cruise, our honestly atrocious freshman year homecoming float, and ending our high school career in the parking lot while the fire department arrives for a false alarm. No matter if you've been here for all 13 years or just since last fall, we all have made friends, laughed, and cried within the walls of the school. While today is a time to look back on all these great memories, it is also a time to look forward to the future. I do not pretend to have any all-powerful, earth-shattering wisdom. I'm just an 18-year-old who honestly doesn't even wear matching socks half the time. But I will leave you all with 2 bits of advice which I try to live by. The first being that everyone in your life will have different expectations of you and different measures of success. You should gauge your level of success on the level of pride and happiness in all that you've done. Imagine your freshman year self. If that person would be proud of how you've grown and all that you've done in these past 4 years, that's all that really matters. Everyone else can have their own opinions of you and your life, but the most important is that you feel happy and successful in what you've built. My second bit of advice is live your life knowing that time will pass, whether you like it or not. It is up to you to decide how you fill it. We all know how fast things can change and be taken away, so take full advantage of every opportunity that life offers you, whether that be an opportunity to further advance yourself or just to have a good time. And with that, I leave you all with a request that you live your lives the way you want to and to the fullest extent possible. And I hope that you take the memories that you've made here and make new ones on whatever journey you end up on. Now I announce our class valedictorian, Molly Kimball.
Maya Angelou said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way that you made them feel." These are not only words that I've come to live by, but ones that I feel adequately describe our relationship with high school. We remember not each individual event, but the emotions that came with them. We will look back on pep rallies, homecoming, and football games with fond nostalgia, not for the scores or victories, but for the joy that came with the seasons. However, not all of our high school memories have been picture perfect. I know I'll remember the feelings I had when getting back a less than perfect test grade. And then, of course, there's the elephant in the room. We'll remember the feelings that came with our high school experience being coupled with a global pandemic. We'll recall the frustration of remote learning felt by students, teachers, and parents alike. We'll remember the sadness of missing some of the best parts of the school year. But we will also be thankful that we made it through the worst of it and are standing here today, graduating after an almost normal school year. I think I speak for the class as a whole when I say that we would not be here today without the hard work and dedication of the amazing teachers and faculty at this school as they led us through unprecedented times. Thank you for continuing to work hard and care for us students. We really do appreciate it. And to our friends, our family, and all of our loved ones, thank you for your continued support throughout these past 4 years. We could not have done it without you. As I mentioned, the words of Maya Angelou have become a sort of guiding light for me. I know that there's a whole world out there that I don't know much about, but I think I know this. It is best to lead with your heart. We have been blessed with the ability to seek happiness, so that is exactly what we should do. As we are about to take the next steps in our lives, whatever they may be, we are granted with an opportunity for a fresh start, a new beginning. For many of us, myself included, this new beginning is scary. A lot of us have only ever known this small town and the comfort that it brings. But now it's time for us to spread our wings and wander through the unknown to find our own paths. And as terrifying as this is, We must embrace it. We must own the fear and the excitement of the unknown and take advantage of the new experiences that life is going to throw our way. Let's welcome the challenges that come with college or careers. I truly believe that if we open ourselves up to new adventures, we will grow astronomically. People always say that there's no such thing as a mistake, only an opportunity to learn. I'd always scoff and roll my eyes, but now I see a truth in that statement. As 18-year-olds with little to no real-life experience, we're going to mess up. We're going to oversleep and miss a class or show up late to work. We're going to turn in an assignment a day after it's due or be late to a job interview. We're going to laugh, cry, and struggle our way through these next few years, and as we do, we will grow more than we ever could have imagined. But this can only happen if we're willing to learn, if we're wholly and completely willing to make the most of our opportunities, even if that means a few screw-ups along the way. As Maya Angelou suggested, our emotions are the most essential parts of our lives. So live this way. Live in her spirit and lead with your heart. Embrace both your failures and your successes. And, as she famously remarked, I will never forget the way that each one of you has made me feel. Thank you, and congratulations. At this time, please welcome the LHS Choir and a cappella who will be performing In My Life.
Places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life I love them all. Do 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 But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life I love you more. In my life I love you more.
Please welcome our Student Council Secretary, Wesley Frank.
What's up, guys? How are we? First, I want to say I don't know who had the great idea of giving me a speech, but thank you. And I'm glad to see that everybody's here. Everybody. All right, to start the actual speech. Good morning. First, I would like to thank the staff of the Lunenburg High School for granting me the opportunity to speak here at graduation. It is truly an honor to be here in front of all of you on this momentous occasion. I spent a lot of time contemplating what I wanted this speech to be about. When they said you have free reign, I thought, dope, shouldn't be too hard. Then I started writing it, and I realized that the word dope didn't really encapsulate the ocean of things that I could talk about. There are so many things that are worthy of mention. However, after much thought and consideration, it hit me. I knew that out of all the things that I wanted to say here on this stage, no matter how corny it will be, I wanted to leave us, the class of 2022, with a message. There are two focal points to my message. This first point pertains to how this year has been a roller coaster for all of us, whether it be athletics, academics, social, or the many other aspects of the modern high school teenager's life. Every single one of us has felt the tumultuous ups and downs of this year. Reflecting on the instance affecting me, I spent much time in search for an answer as to why things were constantly in this state of flux between amazing and not so amazing. Honestly, I have no all-encompassing answer, and well, it's because there isn't. One second, I lost my place. Life is a hard and complicated journey that every single person has to endure. In this epic of our lives, there will be people that will make your life harder than it needs to be just for the sake of it. Yet through all this, we need to realize that every single instance I have mentioned is a learning experience, which segues into my second point, which is why we go to school. The purpose of school is not just to be taught how to draw a Punnett square, balance a redox reaction, solve an integral, or to write a DBQ. We go to school to quite literally learn how to learn, which leaves me with my message. My message to all of you is that there are always going to be hardships in life, and it isn't the failures in life that will characterize us, but the way in which we fight against adversity and learn from the struggles and mistakes that fall before us that shall define us. My hope is that the hardships before us at face value will not define the class of 2022, but the way in which we learn from them and the way in which we respond to them will. I wish each and every single one of you the best in your future endeavors, and go Celtics. Thank you, guys. Peace. I'm back. I would like to introduce our class vice president, Bella Petrica.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone for being here. Administration, parents, family, friends, and especially the class of 2022. Every year, the graduating class has a tradition of leaving behind a gift to the school. This gift is given as a way for each class to not only display their legacy to younger classes, but to their future selves as well. Although our gift is tangible, our legacy is much more than that. And everyone should aspire to make an impact in a way that is memorable and a positive light to others. For the first time in our lives, we have the opportunity to leave behind a legacy in a town where most of us have spent the past 18 years growing up together. Unfortunately, we also live in a time where students don't always have the opportunity to grow up, to fully experience all of what life has to offer, and to accomplish what they have always dreamt to pursue in their lifetime. It's important to understand that not every day is promised, because time and time again, we are made aware about tragic events that continuously remind us to cherish every moment we have with our family and friends, and to always exist in the present. I believe that we should be extremely fortunate to be here today, graduating, following our goals, and leaving behind a legacy that others were never given the chance to fulfill. With that being said, the gift that the class of 2022 chose to leave behind to the school is money to contribute to a new scoreboard for the turf field, as well as new armor for the 2 future senior nights. A scoreboard represents more than just showing a win or loss, but rather a place where communities gather and irreplaceable memories reside. Over the past 4 years, our class was able to raise enough funds for these gifts, which have not been possible without the help of our class advisor, Mrs. Valley. It's not an easy task to be an advisor, from dealing with all of the responsibilities surrounding homecoming every year to all the senior activities throughout our final year of high school. It is truly appreciated that Mrs. Valley was able to step up as our singular class advisor, helping to guide us through our high school experiences. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to present Mrs. Valley with the gift. And I left the flowers behind my... As we continue our journey going forward, I encourage everyone to be fully engaged and grateful throughout each day, because every moment is your legacy. And I'd now like to welcome our class advisor, Mrs. Valley.
Graduation is about looking forward and imagining new beginnings and opportunities. We often describe this process as turning the page or starting the next chapter. I know many of you face the future with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. Some of you can't wait to make a fresh start and see what comes next. Some of you find comfort with the current setting and characters, but change is definitely on the horizon. As many of you know, I am the librarian at Lunenburg High School. Some of you might even remember me as the Books and Beyond volunteer in your primary school classroom years ago. As you can probably imagine, stories are a major part of my life. I love to read, but I also read when I'm particularly overwhelmed. Turns out reading has been my coping mechanism long before I realized what a coping mechanism was. And I needed to read a lot of books to get through the past few years. You happen to be writing the most important story of all, your own. And it's not always easy. You can't see plot twists like COVID coming. Some days the story flows easily, but some days are harder. Some days you might want to crumple up the page you're drafting or furiously scribble out the last few lines. You might be unsure about characters you're thinking about adding to your story or ones you're considering removing. Managing a storyline is a lot. To quote my favorite show, This Is Us, life is a big, messy, gigantic, spectacular thing. By the time we read a published story, it has been polished and perfected. We do not usually consider how much effort, excitement, frustration, anguish, love, disappointment, and determination was poured into creating the work. But almost every book includes an acknowledgement section where the author outlines the truth and emotion of writing their story. They thanked all the people who helped support the process. While you are definitely the author of your own story, you should never have to write that story completely on your own. We all need encouragement, guidance, and a team of editors to assist us through the process. Be open to building your own support team. You may not think you need one, but at some point you will. I want to acknowledge all the families, teachers, staff, administrators, and community members who supported your class. Today would not be possible without all of them. High school years are challenging already, but living through a pandemic just made things more difficult. Thank you everyone for your flexibility and understanding, for reaching out when encouragement was needed, and for celebrating all the victories with us, big and small. But mostly I want to acknowledge what an achievement this is for each of you. It's incredible to think how much you've experienced the past few years and how that has already shaped your story. There are so many times that I was not certain we would all be celebrating today together, but here we are. You endured remote learning in hybrid cohorts and so many Google Meets. Some of you did not return to the building in person for 18 months. I think we all learned how important in-person connections really are after living through a time when they suddenly ceased to exist. The class of 2022 faced adversity and then rose to the challenge. I was so happy you were able to join activities in person again this year. I want to celebrate everyone who participated in student government, float building, powder puff, the dodgeball tournament, motorcade, the dungeon, clubs, sports teams, music events, drama productions, art exhibits, fundraisers, volunteer opportunities, and community events. We just held the first real prom in 3 years, and it was so wonderful to see everyone dancing, laughing, and enjoying time together. The class of 2022 even created brand new class traditions. You asked to hold a senior sunrise to begin the school year together and a senior sunset to end it. You planned an outdoor homecoming rally to bring cheer and spirit to the whole school. You organized an epic powder puff game with pregame pizza party, over 70 senior players, and a brand new cheer team complete with halftime show that raised the bar for future classes. And this spring, approximately 77% of the senior class somehow ended up in the library every single advisory, but we made that work because it was so nice to see you hanging out with your friends again. In the future, when you look back and consider the acknowledgments for your own life story, you'll hopefully find several people who stood by you and offered support when you needed it most. Those are the people you want to single out and thank for being part of your life. Find people who will truly listen to your story, your dreams, and your fears. Be open to their editing suggestions, but do the same and be that person others can count on. Check in on each other. Continue to participate and celebrate. Take chances and follow adventures, but most of all, continue to add things to the plot. It was an honor serving as your class advisor and getting to know you. I wish you all the very best as you end this chapter, turn the page, and continue writing your story. I now present Mr. Santry.
Good morning, class of 2022. Good morning, parents and grandparents, brothers and sisters, friends and relatives. Good morning, and could we have pictured a better morning than this to celebrate our graduates? I want to thank you for including me in such a wonderful day. I am humbled and grateful to share this momentous occasion with you. When I was thinking about what I was going to say at high school graduation, I thought back to the accomplishments and the struggles that this class has experienced in your academic career. Most educators get to observe a snapshot of a class's growth over a year or maybe 2 or 3. I have had the honor and the privilege of being able to observe your growth over a course of 9 years. For when you were in the 4th grade in the old middle school, to when you transitioned to the new middle high school, to when we traveled to Washington, D.C. together, and now I have the pleasure to see you in your final year as seniors. Now you're graduating high school. You have come a long way since 4th grade. You have had many hurdles and obstacles that you've had to overcome during that time. A global pandemic, but during that time, you've been developing qualities that will make you successful in life. Qualities like resilience, strength, creativity, grit, and a sense of community. It's those qualities that you have developed that will prepare you for success. Not a grade or a score on a test. It's those qualities that are going to help you in your next steps to be successful in life. So what a wonderful day. Thank you, class of 2022, for including me in this special day. I leave you with one message. Please understand that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. Don't let anyone deter you from your dreams. You have the skills and you have developed the qualities to be successful in life. Thank you. Superintendent Burnham, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2022 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Burnham, Superintendent of Lunenburg Public Schools.
Good morning, families, friends, faculty, and staff, members of the school committee, members of the select board. Thank you for being here to celebrate the amazing class of 2022. I would like to take just a moment to offer a few words of gratitude. To the parents and guardians, thank you for sharing your children with us. They are the reason we love what we do. They bring meaning and joy to our work. To the faculty and staff, thank you for the commitment and dedication that helped prepare these students to reach this milestone today. To the school committee, thank you for always keeping the best interests of our students at the heart of your work. To the select board, thank you for your commitment to the youth of Lunenburg and to the quality of their education. I would like to begin my remarks with a quote by H. Jackson Brown. When you can't change the direction of the wind, adjust your sails. You have been doing that quite well, I might add, throughout your high school career. The transition to high school is always a bit bumpy, but by sophomore year, you had settled in. But before that year was out, the universe threw you and the rest of us a giant curveball called COVID. You managed through that spring, mostly virtually, with help from your teachers and friends, and of course from your parents. You navigated junior year in hybrid, then live streaming, then back to school in person. And as your junior year ended, we were really looking forward to having your senior year be fully back to normal. But COVID wasn't done with us yet. We had to return with safety protocols in place, but at least we were all back together in school every day. And we got to have float, which was awesome. These last 4 years, the direction of the wind kept changing, and you adjusted your sails each and every time. You successfully navigated some really tough waves, and I am really, truly impressed by all of you. You are an amazing group of young adults. As I look out upon you today, I see talented athletes, musicians, and performers. I see dedicated students, many of whom have received recognition for academic achievement. As you can see, there are many, many gold cords in this sea of graduates today. I see young adults who have given back to their community, and others who have worked to ensure every student felt included and special in our school community. You have formed strong bonds. You look out for and take care of one another. And I didn't receive a single email this year from any of the senior class requesting a snow day. I always get those emails. Truth be told, you hold a special place in my heart because you started high school when I started as your superintendent. You're the first graduating class that I've watched grow through your 4 years in high school, and I could not be more proud of you. So now we get to the part where I offer you a few words of wisdom as you begin the next part of your life's journey. And I offer these guiding principles to the graduating class every year. They are my little life lessons of the turtle. So let me share some turtle values with you now. Courage. If the turtle does not stick his neck out of the shell, he goes nowhere. If he does not stick his head out from his shell, he cannot feed. He will not survive. We must also stick our necks out in order to grow and move through our life's journey. So be brave, be bold, and challenge yourself. Confidence. Know that you have the strength to right yourself when things get turned upside down. Turtles, when flipped on their backs, can right themselves by using their heads. And yes, that is true. Sense of self. Home is within. Like the turtle, you carry your home with you. Lunenburg is a part of you forever, and you a part of it. This community and all you experienced here will be with you for your lifetime. Doing the right thing is not always the easy thing. It may feel like it would be so much easier to give up and tuck yourself away inside your shell for a little while. But if you stay true to yourself, your values and your principles, you will make it through tough times. Turtles leave a distinctive track when they walk on the beach. You are uniquely you. Embrace that and be comfortable in your own shell and leave your mark along the way. Empathy and compassion. Remember, just like the turtle, we are all more alike than we are different, and we are all soft inside. Be grateful for all you have and be willing to help those less fortunate. Don't lift yourself up by putting others down. Words and actions do matter. Always be kind. The world needs more kindness, and I know that you guys will deliver. Determination and perseverance. Don't be in too big a hurry to get to wherever it is you're headed. The turtle's pace is slow and steady. Anything worth doing is worth doing well, and that takes time. And the slower you go, the more you see. Mindfulness, be in the moment. Like a sea turtle, when you've been swimming hard against the ocean's currents, and you have been these last 4 years, you have to take some time to relax and coast. Slow down from time to time and appreciate all things big and small along your life's journey. Enjoy the ride. I have a little turtle for each of you when you come up to receive your diploma. I do hope that you will take it and put it somewhere that you will come upon it often, and let it remind you of the turtle values I shared with you today. Congratulations, class of 2022. And now, School Committee Chair Ashambo, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2022 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible to graduate.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Assistant Principal Brian Duffy, and I'd like to start by just having one more hand for our class of 2022. I'm extremely grateful to introduce approximately half of the graduating class of 2022. If you want to begin making your way towards the podium. Woodleen John Francois. Amanda Eleanor Bertrand. Natalie Lauren Garland. Olivia Marie Colstrom. Faith Jewel Latart. Natalie Elise Moore. Sophia Lee Royce. Mary Elizabeth Grace Thurston. Zoe Yingwen Shou Wilson. Miranda Marie Boulay. Marion McGuire Chase. Anna Paige Lily Dwyer. Kate Elizabeth Valley. Jessica Lynn Handy. Emma Elizabeth Infantino. Molly Phyllis Marr. Isabella Noel Navaroli. Ava Grace Pilon. Leah Rose Robinson. Anthony Kwame Mensah Amable. Andrew Riley Thibodeau. Duncan Xavier Kinney. Thomas Aiden Barnes. Emily Cecilia Begley. Sarah Elizabeth Kostich. Hannah Lily Jacoby. Macy Bouvier Manoni. Caroline Elizabeth Lane. Caden Anthony Palmer. Adam Zachary Martin. Katie Ann Motika. Bella Faith Patrica. Grace Elizabeth Richard. Ava Desiata Spidel. Autumn Marie Tibbetts. Olivia Catherine Waldron. Angela Nicole Dumford. Michael Jacob Dunford. Denny Angel Brea. Miles Robert Charbonneau. Jonathan Joseph Koppenrath. Jackson Thomas Hefner. Brian Joel Melendez. Duncan Matthew Poitras. Jameson Barkley Snape. Harrison William Taylor. Zachary Arnold Ballock. Calvin David Warrenan. Daniel Martin Wright. Owen Benjamin Giroux. Colby Jaden Levine. Regan James Melvin. Frank Christopher Nelson. John David Nelson. Ethan Alexander Wood. Jackson Henry Dance. John Lewis McCormick.
John, congratulations. Catherine Deborah Aslin. Annalise Jasa Brandy. Gabrielle Paris Hammond. Emily Michelle Lawn. Kalia Ariel Matthew. Sanvi Jasmine Kumar Patel. Grace Catherine Strickland. Heaven Angel Villaranga. Andrea Nicole Botari. Skylar Marie Brooks. Christina Marie Cook. Jordan Althea Farwell. Ava Rose Haas. Gwendolyn Colleen Hanrahan. Molly Charlotte Kimball. Christina Mary Saucier. Catherine James Peterson. Jada Marie Raffazeder Moisen. Grace Marie Roy. Olivia Marie Smith. John Burton Giuliani. Michael Edward Oliva. Manuel Thomas Barrios. Molly T. Beliza. Alyssa Nicole Demers. Julia Amy Dufresne. Dara Janil Duran. Evan James DiGeronimo. Andy Hone Lee. Brady Michael Iovani. Cassidy Sage Morgan. Angela Leong. Olivia Evangeline Powers. Kirsten Joy Sanger. Duncan Paul Soroka. Ilona Jane Turba. Liliana Marie White. Elena Catherine Dean. Logan Andrew Bush. Trey Christopher Bush. Bruce Alexander Donahue. Colton Scott Joseph. Rodolfo Esteban Sanchez. Mason Donald Richards. Benjamin Christopher Sweet. Zachary Miles Weigold. Finn David Daly. Logan Arthur Doge. Cole Hayden Epstein. Tyler Forrest Holyfield. Richard Michael Mankiewicz. Zachary Thomas Moncasey. Matthew Lee Proctor. Colin Ted Sprague. Philip Anthony Arpano. Wesley Lewis Frank. Ruben Alfredo Lopes Perilla. Everybody smile, here we go. I'm now gonna welcome Ava Pilon to the stage.
Hello, and thank you all for being here today to celebrate the class of 2022. And congratulations to each and every senior who has made it this far. I'd like to conclude today's ceremony by taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of us all being here together. Togetherness is something that not long ago, many of us may have taken for granted. We can choose to dwell on the events that have made these 4 years so difficult and unusual, or we can choose to look around and be grateful for what has come of it. That was then, and this is now. We have created students and teachers who are able to adapt to changes and overcome the unexpected. We have found new and innovative ways of learning that will change the course of education forever. And most importantly, we have stuck together through it all. Thank you all for making the hard times feel easier. If we think all the way back to Nature's Classroom, where we sat around counselors singing Walls by Tom Petty, we sang, "Some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. Some doors are open, some roads are blocked." We sang these lyrics, but didn't yet understand the importance of them. But now, they apply to us more than ever. And the best part is that the majority of our diamond days haven't even happened yet. And the doors that will open for us are grand and different for everybody. If you find yourself worried about what is coming or too caught up in what has already happened, remember that the only place you are is here, and the only time you can control is now. To be in the present moment is to sit with yourself, and know your potential. We can use this to get to know others and appreciate them just for being them. Therefore, we can look to our neighbors and thank them for being here now. The support we have received from teachers, family, friends, and the community is unmeasurable. We have shaped each other and done it well. Thank you for spreading the love that pushed us all to be here today. We will carry it with us wherever we go and use it as a tool to show that where we came from is a beautiful place. Thank you.
So at this time, I'm going to ask the graduates to stand up from the chairs. All of you have been well prepared at school and by your families to succeed and thrive anywhere you go in this world. With your diplomas in hand, the time has come for you all to turn your tassels from right to left, symbolizing the crossing from high school to the next stage, exciting stage in your lives. On the count of 3, please move your tassels from the right to left. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to the Lunenburg High School graduating class of 2022.